Bula. My name is Austin. Here they call me Taiahe. Taiahe means grandfather horse. I'm a marine biologist. I came to Fiji when I was 21. My father had a job with the UN and he was an economist, and the UN paid my way here. So I experienced these reefs in Fiji way back in the 70s, and they were amazing. Then I came back in the 80s, I came back in the 90s, and then in 1999 we moved here permanently. So seeing the coral reefs change over time, it's ripped my heart out. And when it first started happening, the degradation was mostly crown of thorn starfish and pollution and overfishing. So we dealt with that. We were planting thousands of corals, tens of thousands of corals. BBC TV made a special, The Coral Gardener. German TV came and filmed. We had the best success in the world. And it all died when the coral bleaching hit, when the water got too hot. All of the progress we made over decades died. And it just cut my heart to pieces because we did not have a solution for climate change. So I went into a depression and I started thinking, what could I have done? So this is what happened. We saw this big heat wave coming last year. We knew that those corals might die. So we got busy and we started moving out hundreds of corals, even thousands, 1,300 corals we moved. And we created this new nursery spelled out in the word BULA. BULA means life in Fijian. It also means hello. When somebody greets you and says BULA, they're saying life. That's like a blessing to you, right? So it's not just a simple hello, it's blessing to you, life. So with BULA Reef, we've written the largest written word ever in history under the sea. We've written it in heat-adapted corals that can survive over 35 degrees centigrade, okay? And the corals we took them from, the place we took them from, tens of thousands of corals died because we didn't move them soon enough. 80% of everything on that reef died just this year, but not a single colony that we moved died in the heat. So it worked. It's a working strategy. And now we're trying to promote, we call it Reefs of Hope. We have groups of people doing this all over the region, and it's rescuing corals from where we know they're going to die if we leave them and bringing them to safety in just a little bit cooler water. Reefs of Hope has been now endorsed. The first coral-focused program ever endorsed by the UN is our project here. And Reefs of Hope will give communities of hope, which will give tourism industry of hope, which will give countries of hope, which will give a world of hope. And so maybe through this, we can stimulate change in all the other areas that need desperate change. So we have a solution, and it's rescuing the corals that have learned how to live into the future. But if we leave them where they are now, in those extreme hot waters, we know they're going to die. So Mother Nature has given us everything we need to keep the reefs alive, but she cannot move them on her own. Climate change has never happened this quickly. In the past, we'd have 1,000 years for this sort of change to happen. But now, only a matter of a decade or two, we have it happening so fast. Corals cannot get up and run. They cannot walk, they cannot swim. But what they can do is we can help them. So we have a limited time now. We're racing time to save these corals. So as long as we don't allow them to go extinct, we have hope. And we have to solve climate change. This is only a temporary measure. For the next 50 years, we can keep corals alive. But beyond that, if we don't change, we're history. So we're just buying more time. All these people, they really recognize it, that this is a way forward. But this will not be enough unless we cause some basic changes to our energy production systems and we decarbonize the planet. So we have to think out of the box. We have to think about the future, and we have to get busy. BULA means life. Life in the sea. Life in the communities. Life in our tourism industry. BULA means life. We have to work to keep BULA on the reef.